Today I'm going to be installing the PedalMonster and the IDash Pro in my new Toyota Tacoma. Can't wait to get these things in the truck. They come from Banks Power, of course. There is a discount code. It is RobMotive. You can save yourself 10%. There'll be a link down below. Now, if you're looking for the part numbers, here you go. This is for the PedalMonster, and this is for the IDash Pro system. What do? PedalMonster gets rid of throttle lag, amongst many other things, and you can set it the way that you want it. You don't have to run back to somebody else to adjust your truck. You can do it yourself, and it's plug and play, self-installed. Same thing as far as installation goes with the IDash Pro system. What that does, it monitors and shows you different parameters in the truck, temperatures, boost, things like that. Pretty cool little device. Mounts on the A-pillar. Again, plug and play, very simple to do. Now, first thing I do is go ahead and disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. I do that anytime I'm messing with anything electrical, even though I'm not splicing or chopping into wires or anything. Now, next up, we have to get underneath the console area, right behind the accelerator, or what used to be known as a gas pedal, depending on what era you come from. Now, where it is, I'll show you, and it's pretty tight quarters under here, so I won't be able to show you the actual unplugging, but it's right up above here. You see this? Mine is actually marked in blue. Maybe they knew I was coming. But it's this little connector right here. The tab that you push in is on the right side at the top. So you want to depress that and then pull that connector off, because that's where we're going to connect the PedalMonster in. And then we'll run wires over for the IDash Pro, as well as plug into the OBD2 port, which is right here. And real quick, before I get underneath the console area there, you've got two plugs here on the PedalMonster. The one that is gray that you can see here, that goes to the truck's wiring. So what you disconnect from the top of the accelerator plugs into this. The black one is what replaces what you just disconnected from the top of the accelerator. So this plugs into the accelerator, this plugs into the truck wiring, which in essence puts the PedalMonster in between. Once you have it plugged in, it should look like this. The black is on the accelerator, and up here the gray is, it's hard to see right there, the gray is plugged into the truck's wiring. Now at this point, if you're not installing the IDash Pro, you would want to go ahead and plug in the little adapter. It's a 6-pin to 4-pin adapter on the PedalMonster, I should say, right there. And then you connect up the OBD2 port connection, and that is right here via this connector, which would go into the adapter you just installed. And then you would plug the OBD2 port pin connector into the OBD2 port, which is again located right up here, and you can see it, mine is white right up there. And then basically your installation is done. Now you don't want to hide the PedalMonster just yet, because you'll want to download the app, and there is a button on the back that you may need to access. So go ahead, download the app, sync it, and once everything is connected and done there, and I would take it for a test too, why not? And then you can go ahead and tuck the PedalMonster up here underneath the dash, depending on where you want it, and you're basically done at that point. However, we're doing the IDash Pro in addition, so we're going to move on to the next step, and that's going to be mounting the IDash Pro up here and running the wires to the top of the A-pillar. To do this, you want to go ahead and release this cover. I would use just a real thin pry tool, and if you can't get to it with your fingernails, I should be able to just get under there and pop that out. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Probably not. Oh, I guess I can. There you go. That exposes a bolt behind that you need to remove, and we're actually, I believe, going to be replacing this with another bolt, but we'll see as we go. So that is, I believe, a 10mm socket. You want to go ahead and pull that bolt out. Once you have the bolt removed, you want to just kind of wedge the cover outward like so. It just pops right out, you heard. And then you kind of want to lift it up a little bit to kind of release it from the holder on the bottom. And if you happen to have the speaker in the side there, be careful when you're doing this. You'll want to disconnect the speaker once you have access to it behind the panel, obviously, so you can pull the panel off. These are what the little tabs look like that you're pulling out from the front part of the dash. Now we have to make a little bit of an alteration to, I believe it's this area, I'll show you, on this cover so that we can feed the wiring that is going to run down from the IDash Pro to the PedalMonster and the connection to the IBD2 wiring. Before we go ahead and make our little alteration here, you want to go ahead and pull this cover out. On the back, you'll see it's just held by this little squeeze together thing that if you push the two ends together, it'll come right out through this hole here, because we're going to replace this with the IDash Pro pod. Okay, here is the hole I drilled, and keep in mind this is going to be hidden behind the pod. You're never going to see this, but drill through. They do provide a step bit. They recommend going up to 16, I believe it is, on the bit. I went up but just a little bit less than that, and the reason is you're going to run the wiring, 2 wires if you're doing the PedalMonster as well, up through that hole that you drilled from the back. And that's it. That's the only alteration that you have to do. To run the wiring, it's suggested that you remove a couple of panels. I usually remove a couple of more, but you want to remove this, or at least pull it free. Remove this side, which you do by simply using a pry tool and prying underneath the edges. It's like a book. It kind of opens like this and then pulls out all the way from here down to here. That, as I mentioned, pulls out, and then I usually just go ahead and remove this all together, which means I have to pull off this trim cell piece. You don't have to do that, but it just pulls up, so it's very simple to do. And then we're going to run the wiring for the, or from rather, the PedalMonster up through, and then from, depending on which end you plug in first, I'll probably plug it in down there actually. So I'll run 2 wires from down here, which one will be plugged into the OBD2 port, on up to where the IDash Pro is going to mount. I've got the wires run. They go from underneath, obviously, up the side, and this time, so far, I've got the PedalMonster unit here, which I may mount somewhere in here, I'm not sure, or I may pull it down and mount it from below. Depends on if there's enough room to be able to, I guess, put that piece back on that has the little cubby. It kind of protrudes into this area, so we'll see, but that's a minor thing. Up here, I've just ran it around this little nub piece here on the side. There's room to get around it, and then we'll run it up the pillar. I'll probably, I don't know if I'll zip tie it anywhere. If I do, because obviously you want to stay away from the airbag, I'll put it over here on this wire so that I'm away from the airbag. Now it's just a matter of running the wires through the pillar piece here, and then I can go ahead and remount that, and then we'll run the wires through the pod itself, plug them into the IDash Pro, button up the wiring down there, and we're basically done. Not too bad. Okay, the complete install is done, and there it is. I'm going to fire up the truck. Now, the one question I have, since I moved this from a different truck to this truck, same engine and everything though, Is it gonna know? I hope not. I'm hoping not, that it's just simply transferable. So let's go ahead, start her up, see what happens. There's the iDash Pro lit up, and I am gonna sync it to my phone to make sure that, and there you go. It's reading everything. It even has the same settings that I set up. I love it. And I can control the PedalMonster with the switches. Notice it goes down and then back to where I had it. Awesome. It's in sport. It's on 5 slots, I guess, or 5 LED light ups. Cool. I've got horsepower, I've got engine oil, temperature, battery, and boost pressure on there. No boost right now because, of course, I'm not moving. Now, I want to get out on the road and see what it feels like. And I'm going to go ahead and bump this down all the way. Let's see. Let's go to stock. That's set at stock. You can see it right there. And then we're going to play with it out on the road. So let's go. I can't wait. I did go ahead and connect via Bluetooth the Banks app. And you guys can see it here. It's currently updating. So I have to wait until it gets done updating, and then I'll show you what the app looks like on the phone. Okay, the update rather is done. It took about 4 or 5 minutes. This is what the screen looks like on the phone, and you can go through the app and adjust all kinds of things, or you can do it over on the iDash Pro itself, including adjusting the PedalMonster, which is awesome. So anyway, I am going to change the color. Right now it's blue. I need to make it red. So you just tap color and let's go red and black. Oh man, that's cool. That's what it looks like now. And then of course the iDash Pro matches it. This is just awesome. So anyway, I've got it set. Let's see, there is a note. Oh no, it's just a page. I'm going to switch over to PedalMonster. I'm going to connect to that just to make sure there's no updates or anything and that I can connect. I should be able to. New PedalMonster firmware available. So there is an update. I'm going to hit continue and I'm going to click update. I might as well get all of these updates at the same time, right? This one's a little faster. It looks to me like it's probably going to take about a minute or two. All right, that update is done. And real quick, you can toggle between the iDash Pro or the PedalMonster. That's what the PedalMonster looks like as far as the app goes. Now, we've got all the administrative stuff done. Let's go for a ride. Okay, I've been cruising a little bit, just stock. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change it up. Oh, they changed the names on here. Oh, wow. So we've got, let's see what we've got. We had stock. We've got mid, I'm guessing mid-range. It says mid-R. High-TRK, which I'm guessing is torque, and stock. So let's try about H-TRQ. This is new. Let's try this out. See what this is like. I really have no idea what high torque means. So we're going to find out here in just a second. We got lots of traffic right now for some reason. All right, let's go. Ooh, I might have had a little bit of a peel out there. Wow, I don't know how much of a change was made, honestly. I guess I'm a little behind the 8-ball on this, but H-TRK, which again, I'm guessing is high torque, certainly seems to be pretty torquey. Wow. I like this. This is even better. I honestly didn't know it could get better, but apparently it is. This feels really good, and it feels really responsive. And I'm not even at the highest setting. I'm, I guess, H-TRQ number 5. I'll have to research that, get up to speed on that. It used to be, I guess, stock City, Sport Plus, something like that. I don't recall, because I typically set it and forget it. I get it where I like it, and man, I'm speeding. I get it where I like it and let it roll. So let me play with this a little bit more. I'll come back on for some final thoughts. Wow. Okay, I just got done with mid-R, which again I'm guessing is mid-range. My apologies if I have that wrong. Now I'm in hyper. I can't imagine. Hyper? I've got it at a hyper 5. I've still got 4 more notches I could go higher, or 4 more increases, if you will. So this is as high as you can go, I think. Let's get out on the road. Oh my God. Let's... Wow. I don't know what Banks did. I really don't. But man, it's even better than it was before. I'm telling you, you know, affiliate or not, and everybody knows I'm an affiliate, right? I announced that. Man, this would be the unit I would have. I mean, it's freaking amazing. And I'm driving in an SR5, right? Let's call this a sleeper truck, because anybody that comes up against me with a stock anything in the Tacoma line is going to be surprised, because they're going to lose. This is just freaking awesome. I'm not sure where I'll run it yet. Man, and I'll be interested to see. I seem to be speeding all the time now, no wonder. But anyway, it's awesome. I love it. Big surprise for me. I didn't know that there was an update making these kind of changes. No check engine lights or anything weird on the dash, by the way. Everybody always wants to know. I'm impressed. Wow, even better than before. Anyway, that's the install and the surprise, I guess. Check it out. I highly recommend it. There is a discount code. Again, it's RobMotive. You can save 10% on this. I mean, this kind of an improvement with that kind of savings, it's a no-brainer for me. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.